Well, I appreciate all of you being here today. I welcome you and I thank you. And we are together this afternoon to share publicly one of the most significant highlights in the history of Fighting Illini athletics. As many of you are aware, we're pretty far down the path to renovate the facility we presently occupy, the Assembly Hall. And as of today, we're much farther down that path with the announcement of a new partner, State Farm, whose name will now be prominently featured as the new moniker for this iconic facility, State Farm Center. The 30-year, $60 million agreement will do much more than serve as a significant funding source to renovate this multi-purpose facility. It will further solidify an already special relationship with an industry leader in sports branding and whose respect for and reputation is unparalleled worldwide. In the world of college athletics, State Farm is a five-star recruit. In our world, like a good neighbor, is only 50 miles down Interstate 74. And many State Farm employees are University of Illinois graduates, fans, and supporters. So an Illinois-based company makes this relationship even more special for both parties. As I've stated many times in the past several months, the renovated venue, the new State Farm Center, will include enhanced amenities, premium opportunities, and 21st century technology for all who attend University of Illinois basketball games and the other diverse offerings available on an annual basis. It will serve as a more intimidating home court environment for our Fighting Illini basketball programs. It will strengthen recruiting opportunities for head basketball coaches John Gross and Matt Bullant. It will provide year-round programming for university and community events. It'll provide greater access and programming opportunities for the University of Illinois student population, and it'll enhance revenue streams for the Division of Intercollegiate Athletics. So I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to the State Farm family and Rand Harbert and Michael Tipsord for making this reality for the University of Illinois and the Fighting Illini Nation. At this time, I'd like to ask Michael and Rand and Chancellor Wise to join me up here to unveil the new logos for the State Farm Center, and then you'll hear from Rand Harbert. Taking the photo up first, right? Yeah, here we go.
Well, thank you, Mike. That's the all I ever wanted to be was a five-star recruit, so it's taken a long time, but I appreciate that. It is truly a pleasure to be with everyone here today. Know that I am here representing the 80,000 State Farm employees and agents from around our country and Canada. At State Farm, we are proud of our long-standing relationship with the University of Illinois, and we are excited to be a part of this important effort to modernize this truly iconic facility. The fact that this effort will benefit future generations of students, student athletes, fans, and the general public was the driving force behind our decision to get behind this project. As I said, today's announcement is but another acknowledgement of our long-standing partnership with the university. We are proud of our brand, and we are proud that will become a permanent part of this great institution. We'd also like to offer congratulations today to the students, to the administrators, and to the trustees who have been involved in making this day possible. We look forward to our partnership going forward, and we look forward to celebrating many times in the future here at State Farm Center. Thank you.
Rand and Michael, if you'd come up, join me. Just a small token of our appreciation.
It's the 5-star shirt.
It's what you get for being a 5-star, okay? There you go, Michael. Rand, there you go. Okay.
All right.
All right. Our house,
All right.
State Farm
Our house.
Center.
Great. Thank you.
Once again, thank you to Rand Harbert and Michael Tipsword and the State Farm family for making this possible for University of Illinois and the Fighting Illini family. At this time, I'd like to introduce, well, I guess what I should say, I've shared with you, we've talked about the partnership, what it means to the Division of Intercollegiate Athletics. At this time, the First Lady of Fighting Illini Athletics, Chancellor Phyllis Wise, will share what a great deal this means to the campus and to the community. And as Chancellor Wise steps up to the podium, I'd like to thank her for her outstanding leadership of the Urbana-Champaign campus and her tremendous support of the University of Illinois athletic programs. Chancellor Wise.
Well, it is a great day today. What a glorious day. On behalf of the whole campus community, I want to say thank you to Rand and to Mike for your incredible support of the university and this iconic building. State Farm Center will be a point of common pride for all of us, for the Illinois family, for many, many years to come, just as this building has been since it opened its doors in 1963. There's no doubt that much of the world around this community knows this as a basketball arena, but really it is so much more than even that. It has been the place where students and faculty and staff have gathered for so many different occasions, from commencement to convocation, from the circus to Big Bird. It has been the place where families have joined together and enjoyed what this community has to offer. So it is really what we're talking about here, that this is exactly what the campus had hoped for to achieve when this project was undertaken over 50 years ago. The intent was to build a place like no other, where as a community we could assemble together. Staying true to those intentions and preserving this facility, part of our architectural and academic heritage, has always been a top priority for the campus, renewing and rejuvenating it, making it more accessible to everyone for future generations is so wonderful. Today, as we announce this gift, we're taking a huge step in that goal, and that we can assure that the traditions will be carried on for decades to come. And this honored building finally getting a name rather than a description is what this is all about. It is our academic center, it's our athletic center, it's our cultural center, it's our community center, and now it's the State Farm Center. State Farm and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign have shared a long partnership. Actually, I first got to know State Farm's partnership with the university by going to the research park and realizing that State Farm actually has the largest footprint in our research park. And so it has supported the university in all sorts of ways, bringing programs and teachers and faculty and their staff together for many, many generations. So we thank you again to our friends at State Farm for working with us to ensure that this amazing facility, one, will be a point to welcome and celebrate the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and State Farm. We can't wait to see the doors open after the renovation is complete. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Wise. Before we conclude today's program and take questions, I'd like to thank some University of Illinois staff for their tremendous assistance during this process. Mike Bass, Mike DiLorenzo, Robin Kaler, Dan Peterson, and Scott Rice. And from the DIA staff, I'd like to thank both John Gross and Matt Bolant and their respective staffs, Rick Darnell and the iFund staff, Susan Young, and a very, very special thank you to Warren Hood, who's been joined at the hip with me since day one regarding this particular initiative. So at this time, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Should also tell you that both Coach Gross and Coach Bolant will be here to take questions at the conclusion of the general Q&A session, and also a representative from State Farm. So any questions for myself or anyone up here on the stage?
Mike, Jeremy Warner, ESPN Radio. Does this expedite anything with the renovation plans or the calendar, anything like that?
Well, it's certainly, you know, we've been on the clock as it relates to taking to this, our Board of Trustees for approval. And there's a number of different areas that we've worked on parallel paths, including the naming of this facility. So when you can check this one off the box, and it is a big one, that certainly puts you at a much better position to move this along in a timely manner in the schedule that we've already put forth, and I'm very confident that we'll make that schedule. And certainly, once again, thankful to State Farm as partners, and looking forward to many, many years of working with them in the future.
Mike, just to keep it clear, is this going to be the name No More Assembly Hall? I'm sure fans would want to know.
No, that's absolutely right. The State Farm Center, that was a university decision, and I think it's pretty obvious, you know, when you look at this nationally, when you look at their brand worldwide, I think that we're pretty fortunate to have a company like State Farm be the new moniker for this iconic facility. So yes, from this day forward, it's the State Farm Center.
Scott Hatch, Channel 15 in Champaign. What do you think the fans, Illinois fans, are going to think about the new name?
I think they're going to think it's terrific. I think they'll think it's wonderful, and the fact that, once again, it's an Illinois-based company that's just 50 miles down the road, that has been great partners for this university in so many different ways as it relates to research and scholarship and another number of different initiatives. So, no, I think our fan base will embrace it and be excited about it, just as the people that are in this building today.
Where does this put you in terms of how much has been raised for it so far?
Well, once again, you know, as we've talked about since we really got into the thick of this in November, you know, it's not just the naming of this facility. We have a couple dozen naming opportunities within the envelope of this facility. We have a lot of other philanthropic pieces. We did have a student referendum that passed, and we also have a number of premium seating opportunities available that we are just beginning to get the returns on that. So we've had no hiccups at this point in time. We feel really good about where we are, and certainly are confident that we'll move forward as planned in the schedule as early as this summer. Okay, thank you.